Welcome to the Streamcrabs promo video. This is an open source alternative for Streamlabs. Let me show you a few of the different features that it has. So the first one that we're going to show you here is our dynamic rate alerts. So in most cases you just have a rate alert that says so-and-so's rating, but here you actually get to see a little animated thing where essentially in this case 100 viewers rated, so 100 Megamans ran across the screen, along with music that usually plays. We have that muted in this so that you can hear me speaking. The next one is a cheer. So if you watch the gauge down at the bottom, first of all, that went up for the 1,000 bits that came in, so basically $10 worth of bits. But you can also see that we have this animated overlay that happens, and the great thing about these animated overlays is that, as you can see, it's got chroma keying, but OBS itself is not doing any of that. OBS is just bringing in the browser view, and the chroma keying's actually happening behind the scenes on the overlay itself, all in JavaScript. So that's one thing that we have that makes us unique from Streamlabs, and in my opinion, better, honestly. The text and whatnot is the only thing that we really need to work on customizing a little bit, so that you're able to customize where it shows up on the screen, maybe the effect, but right now this is what we have. This is all kind of a alpha state that we're in. So the next overlay you're going to see is just going to be a sub. It's not any different from the other one, really. You're just going to see some more of that automatic chroma keying kicking in. But yeah, it's kind of the same text effects, or text effect and everything. The chroma keying really gets used really interestingly at the end of this video, so hang around to see that. If you've seen any of my other videos on my channel, you'll see, you've probably already seen some of that, but for the rest of you, this will be a surprise. Now I'm just going to show some of the custom redemptions that you can have for channel points. So basically, just like the other videos, you can map various videos and audio and whatnot to these different channel point events. You can also set up all these different random videos and sound effects for your channel points as well. Those are all handled through the UI, which I'll show you later, and you can choose what shows up in the media pool and what doesn't. Now, once Shrek is done scratching his ass, I'm going to show you what I consider to be the most special event that we have on our channel, and this is built into the tool. Eventually I want to put it in as a something you can set up separately. But anyway, it's everyone's favorite Animu video meme, Bad Apple. So this uses the same type of keying, except this is Luma keying instead of chroma keying, to remove the black parts of the video and overlay it over your stream. This is a real crowd pleaser, so you know, we just have this built in for everybody. Obviously the music will be playing, but I have it muted here for, well, DMCA reasons and so that you can hear me. But anyway, let's move on. So the next thing I want to demonstrate here is something that we have called Chat Battle Dungeon. It's a game that's basically a multi-user dungeon that the user plays in chat. You fight monsters, you get loot, rinse, repeat. As a streamer, you can actually create custom monsters and items and whatnot to kind of go along with the theme of whatever you have for your stream. You can also create stuff that's like themed around the games you're playing. As you can see here, I'm basically going into the user interface to look at my battler and find an ability I can use on this enemy. So I'm going to use this ability called Burning Light on Horsehead of Zelda 2 fame. I got confused there for a second because I forgot you can't use Control V there for some reason to paste something. But anyway, the entire game is run through chat commands. At some point we want to make it use like a companion app or something to play. We also want to add custom graphics to it and everything, so that you can actually have the battles play out kind of like a Final Fantasy battle, where a chat member will just kind of pop onto the screen and hit, you know, the picture of the monster or whatever, have it shake, have numbers come off, you know, just to make it a little more theatrical. But the game is actually pretty complex. You've got attacks, you've got abilities, you got healing, elemental weakness, you've got like AoE, you've got stuff that happens over time like poison, like we're about to demonstrate here with the Gordita Crunchwrap Supreme, which causes the enemy to basically shit themselves to death. So I'm actually, as a mod, I'm gifting myself a Gordita Crunch Supreme so I can use it on Horsehead and kill him off to make this battle go faster. Yeah, and of course you gotta give it a target. But anyway, as you'll see here, so he takes a big chunk of damage, and then he continues to take ticks of 25 damage from the Taco Bell shits, as we call it here. And then eventually it dies and it disappears, and that removes itself from our chat overlay. But yeah, fun little game. But now we're going to show you the UI a little bit. So here's my battler. From that last battle, we actually got an Iron Mace from Horsehead that he dropped. So yeah, you get new weapons and stuff, and eventually we want to make it so that you can trade and stuff. Basically everything in this game, you don't get it by leveling up. You get abilities from your items that you equip. So for example, a nurse's hat would have like a healing ability. Your dagger might give you like a poison ability. A gun might give you a rapid fire ability. And then of course your armor and stuff actually gives you all of your stats, like your HP and whatnot. And then here's all of our different monsters. That one, the dragon called Cancer, we just recently created for a special stream for a friend of mine who just died from cancer, and we had chat beat up on Cancer at the end of the stream. I'm just demonstrating that I can go in there and change something. So I'm changing that monster's rarity to 20 because I don't want that to show up every single time, and you know, someone goes exploring in the dungeon. So as you can see now, it's high rarity, so it'll never show up unless I specifically tell it to. And then here I'm just demonstrating creating a weapon. So I'm creating a single-handed weapon. I'm a bit of a weeb, so I really love Hatsune Miku, so I'm making the Miku's Magic Leak weapon because I don't have that in there at the moment. Of course, afterwards I wouldn't delete it because I like to think the weapons out before I create them. But once again, I want to kind of emphasize that any streamer can come in, and if they have access to this, they can come in and create weapons and armor and abilities and stuff, and you can actually keep stuff unique to your channel so that other channels, like monsters won't show up in your channel, loot won't drop in your channel. And basically you can make it so that your channel has a level of uniqueness against other channels. It'd be kind of, and then honestly I think that'd be really cool just to have all these different communities dedicating stuff to this game, and having the ability to, you know, just, you know, have all these different unique things, like, you know, oh, here's like Markiplier's hammer or something. I mean, obviously I don't think Markiplier would ever use something like this, but you get the idea. Yeah, but anyway, you can create all sorts of neat stuff. Your creativity's the limit. Adding features to this fairly often, and I do take feature requests. And now for just a quick tour of the user interface for Streamcrabs. So not a super beautiful UI here, but here's our media pool. So this is where all of your different videos and sound effects, animated GIFs go that you use for setting up all of your overlays and whatnot. And as you can see, the chroma keys listed there, as well as the volume that you want to play at. And there's also a checkbox there so that you can say, I want this to be included in my random videos, random sounds, what have you. And then this next screen we're going to shows that you can set up custom commands with cooldowns. So basically each of these commands can be done every 10 minutes. Then we got our alerts. So this is how you set up like your cheers, subs, follows, the raid alerts, and you tell it specifically what you want to play in each of those instances and the format of the message. Now this is the dynamic alerts. This is just a little preview of how the raid alert sprite editor works, and I'll probably make another video that shows how you go through that and make them. It's pretty self-explanatory though. And here's a little demo of what it looks like with 1,000 viewers rating, even though that's very, very unlikely. But as you can see, 1,000 of those sprites ran by, and they were kind of evenly distributed amongst those different sprites we set up in the UI. Alright, and then channel point redemptions. You can set up channel point redemptions here. They'll be created in the Twitch viewer rewards section, and then you just have to go and add a point value to them over there. And you can set up pretty much anything you want, and you can enable and disable any of our standard rewards. And now for gauges. So basically in the beginning you saw like my little sub gauge, my get a new tattoo gauge. You set all these up here, you put what triggers them, you put the sound that you want to play, and then you can create new ones. But they'll all just kind of cycle. So anyway, thank you for watching our video. This has been a passion project, 2 years in the making since the pandemic and since I started Twitch streaming. If you're interested in using the tool, all you have to do is come down to our Discord, and I can get you whitelisted to test our product here. This is going to continue to be an open source project. I don't ever plan on charging for it, but the goal in the future is I wish to make it portable, as well as creating a package that can be easily deployed, so that basically each community could have their own instance of this, so that it's not all just running on my server, because eventually you guys are gonna overwhelm the server. Anyway though, right now we're really looking for people to test our product we have here, as well as other developers and artists and UI designers who would like to collaborate on this open source project, so that we can make it everything that it deserves to be, and so that we can dethrone greedy companies like Streamlabs and their kind of shady practices that they've been guilty of recently. So in any case, guys, once again, thank you for watching, and I hope to hear from some of you soon.